Can I do it?
Go! Go to the field. There are 7 or 8 hectares here. Go!
Damn it! Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and this new video. The craziest projects on YouTube, Italy are back. Tune It Up is back on the channel. It's a series that you guys really enjoyed a lot. After the first project, the one with the Panigale V2, which turned into a nice eggplant by the great Giacomo Cini, and the standout graphics on Davide's CBR 650R today, a new challenge. The bar is raised, and not by a little, because next to me in this season of Tune It Up, we'll have her Meccanica Verghiera Agusta F3RR, a work of art on 2 wheels. Let me introduce the owner. We'll discover it together in today's test video. And after that, we roll up our sleeves and try to do our best to surpass the original graphics that Mama Meccanica Verghiera gave it. And here we are then with good Alessandro. Good morning, Alessandro.
Good morning.
I see you looking good, smiling, and that makes me very, very happy. I hope that smile stays. And actually, I hope it gets even better when you return the bike, this beautiful F3RR. You brought it here for me. First of all, I want to thank you for your trust, because trusting your baby to someone you basically only know from YouTube. You personally attended one of my tours, an FW event, but we really bonded. Yes, but to you, I'm a nobody. You're the first to know that. Really, out of all the followers, the guys who follow me on YouTube and social media, you're the first to become part of one of my projects. So first you saw Giacomo, then you saw Davide. You are actually the first outsider, let's call you that, to take part in this format. What expectations do you have?
Very high.
Very high, perfect. No, there's no pressure here. I'm really happy anyway.
I know you won't disappoint me at all.
Perfect. And for this, let's cross our fingers and hope that, well, that's how it will be. So let me ask you, DeVito, what is the thing about this F3RR that you really didn't like?
But really didn't like? That's not the right word. Let's say I'd really like to change the graphics a lot, because considering the projects you do, they're amazing. Well then, a few tweaks, a few little flaws of the bike, like the brake, maybe the rear one.
I noticed the rear brake is completely soft, but let's discuss it later since I still need to test the bike. I just moved it here into the garage, I tried braking with the rear, and then I started braking with the front. But anyway, aside from that, I'll tell you about it very soon. We're going to do a general check on this bike. Also because, anyway, I'm not unfamiliar with Meccanica Verghiera Agusta, and I'm not unfamiliar specifically with the F3RR. Since I've already tested it, thanks to Meccanica Verghiera, I was able to try it and share it here on the channel. So let's do a bit of a refresher and try to understand how we can improve a project that basically is already a work of art to me. That said, Alessandro, before I put on my helmet and go try it out, I need to do one thing. Actually, you need to give me something, because otherwise we won't get anywhere. It's customary to hand over the keys. Here they are, take them. The project starts. We'll meet again in a few months when it's done. Wasn't there supposed to be a test in this part of the video? Do you remember the first episode of every Tune It Up? It starts with the part where the hands.
Of course, right?
And then I go out to test the bike, to feel it, to understand what can be improved.
Strengths and weaknesses, obviously.
How can you customize the bike for the owner?
Exactly, part of the development, right?
Exactly, but here we have a problem.
What's the problem?
What's the problem? I'll show you now. Please pull the clutch. Careful, it's a bit stiff.
You're welcome. You're 6x6, wonderful.
Previously, there was an error, but now it says no error found and reads 12.3 volts.
Of course, there's no load.
All right, so we've understood that the voltage could be a problem. In my opinion, maybe it's the peak. Basically, it's the missing voltage. That's how the third season begins.
Did you try giving a little push like they used to do?
I tried, Roberto. For those who followed me on Instagram and the story, you know I was up until 1:30 a.m. Try using a special charger to fix the battery. It seemed like it had recovered. The next day, all happy, I started it 3 or 4 times in a row.
It let you down again.
I reassembled the bike after taking it apart to access the battery under the tank, then tried starting it again.
Yeah, it's not very easy to change underneath.
Right after reassembly, the bike won't start again.
So did this battery give you a hard time?
Exactly. I called upon quite a few different deities, but
They weren't much help, my friend.
Right, that's why they were called. Still, the best choice was to come straight to you and solve the problem by giving him several accessories, as that's expected in the series.
Of course.
Including a new battery as well.
Exactly. Also because then
Since the original one, I saw it wasn't at...
these situations here then cause a series of errors in the control unit and so on. So then there's a whole process to do, not just the replacement.
Exactly, so you're lucky that you get it. You get to unbox the parts way ahead of time. But I want to do something different because honestly, that testing phase is kind of missing. No, not in this video. I'll share good news now, but bad news is coming soon.
Yeah, but it's part of the series, right? Exactly. It sounds silly, but that's just how it is.
Exactly. It's really part of the format that we went to create. Let's start right away with what could be considered the flaws. Well, if you can even call them flaws. You always have to take a moment to see who's riding the bike, how they use it, and how.
Obviously, everyone has their own feelings, their own feedback.
Exactly.
It's not the same for everyone.
Let's get started right away then, talking about the strengths of this bike, which are definitely in terms of design. The fairing with the integrated wings is really something incredible. In my view, everything else could be improved. No offense to Meccanica Vergara Augusta, but we can definitely do better. For example, the front suspension cannon should definitely get a major upgrade because it's basically the same suspension that's on the F3 675, and since then, it hasn't really seen any further development. They're Marzocchi 43mm. While at the rear, the shock is a Sachs, obviously adjustable. But we can do even better by installing a special feature that you usually don't see. Another thing I noticed at the time, during the road test, is that with the arrival of Euro 5, and the particular fairing of the bike gets really hot. So another thing we can definitely talk about is the exhaust issue. By removing this beautiful Accra, which definitely follows the lines of the fairing and the bike in general very well. By installing something a bit freer, if you know what I mean. Few words, Alessandro. Then you should know, Roberto asked us to set it up for racing, even though this bike will be used about 70-30 between street and track. Other modifications I've thought about are definitely upgrading the brake pump, since the stock one is a Nissan, which is good quality, but you can do much better. As usual.
2.5, basically.
Exactly.
It's better to have the race.
And we come up with, thanks to our friends at Bonamici Racing, some special parts. They're one-of-a-kind pieces. Because you need to know that the challenge in this project, and Roberto will definitely agree with me, being a very niche bike, like especially the F3RR model from Meccanica Vergara, you don't usually see them, but they're more common in living rooms.
There's not much of it.
There's really not much. The stuff that's there often is small things. No, I mean like the carpets.
Aesthetically speaking.
Exactly. The stuff we're interested in instead needs to be created. And that's why I chose Bonamici as a partner, also for this project. Because we're bringing out some custom special parts. Here, as you can see, the parts are ready, but you'll have to wait a bit longer for the unboxing, along with good Roberto. What we're going to do now, given the changes I have in mind and the parts I've ordered, and here comes, my dear, the bad news.
Oh, no, come on.
Not all the parts have arrived.
No. And this isn't good. This is serious news. It's really a bad thing.
Wait, I'm telling you they're coming. They'll arrive.
We're lucky. Look, it's the holiday season and everything. It's not the right time.
It should arrive today or at the latest tomorrow. Let's hope so. Anyway, given the news I just gave you, let's go ahead with the disassembly.
Yeah, we're gonna strip this whole thing down.
Let's see how it looks completely stripped down. We've reached this point here with the battery. My friend
Of the heart.
My friend SLA here, she is ready to start. It's really a motto, I can say.
This is the mockery.
The right motto. This is the mockery. I struggled with it for about a week. SLA. Yeah, oh well, I won't comment because for goodness sake, ready to start. In fact, do you have any comments about it?
I won't say anything. Better not risk sounding offensive.
Can I do it?
Go ahead, the field. There are 7 or 8 hectares here. Go.
Damn it, what a mess.
Here he is, Santa Claus early.
He has arrived. E?
Hey, you jinxed me. But instead, they were punctual and precise. We took apart the bike. It arrived at just the right moment.
Now it's time to open it, but for this video.
The invoice.
Exactly. Yeah, the friends at Bitugo make sure to send them with the package. Anyway, that's all for this video, guys. I'll leave you with your mouth watering, just like in the old episodes.
Oh, let's leave it just like that.
Yes, the package has arrived.
Guys.
It ends here. For this video, gentlemen, that's all. As usual, I thank you, and Moto Garage specifically. Good old Robertone. The bike is here, coming along nicely, beautifully disassembled, ready to see these goodies. No, these accessories. Installed by Roberto from Freccia Verde, that's all.
Bye,
Bye, guys.